So good morning and good afternoon to everyone. Welcome to today's webinar from Leap Australia. Today's topic is managing the complete MCAD and ECAD BOM with Windchill PLM. My name is Paul O'Shaughnessy and I'm the PTC Business Manager here at Leap Australia, and I'll also be the moderator for today's webinar. Today's main presentation will be provided by Alan Thompson, who is the PTC Technical Manager here at Leap. As many of us are still working from home, luckily, connections can be disrupted at either end. So if you do have any issues, just hang in there. Typically, it'll be restored quickly. If you have any ongoing issues, maybe just communicate through the question chat panel if you can. We'll answer questions as we go, although we do have webinar-related content questions. We have a section at the end for those. So a quick look at today's agenda. Quick introduction to Leap Australia and a couple of other introductions as well today. For those not familiar with Leap and some of the partners, we're going to talk quickly about the digital thread and then how that feeds into today's main presentation around Windchill PLM and BOM management. As I say, we do have some time at the end for Q&A. So a quick intro to Leap for those of you that maybe haven't dealt with Leap much or before. So basically Leap are responsible for bringing the best-in-class engineering enterprise solutions to the Australian New Zealand market. We've been doing that since the mid-late 90s, and our main two primary vendors and products, if you like, are PTC, which is what we're going to focus on today, in particular the Windchill solution, and also ANSYS, ANSYS being the world's largest multi-physics-based simulation company. In addition to PC and ANSYS, we also represent a whole range of other solutions, typically complementary to those. And one of those that we're going to look at today and one of those partnerships is XPLM. So XPLM is a global provider of PLM neutral integrations and services with over 25 years experience. Typically, XPLM help customers to streamline their processes with PLM integration solutions to various applications, typically from different engineering domains, so mechanical, electronic, and sometimes software. As you can see, a list of some of those applications are here on screen. So things like Altium, Mentor Graphics, ePlan, Cadence, to mention a few. And I guess important and significantly, XPLM is now the preferred PTC technology provider for all the ECAD integrations moving ahead with PTC Windchill. So Leap are also a local partner for XPLM. And today, and as such, Alan will be providing a brief overview of their solutions later in the presentation. So a quick mention of the digital thread, as I said. So the concept of the digital thread, if you're not familiar, is really this idea that within an organization, typically there are lots of different departments. Those departments typically create information that's often created in different systems, different applications, maybe stored in different locations. And sharing that information upstream and downstream can be quite difficult if you don't have a digital thread in place. And typically it can result in things like delays, risk to products and costs and things like that. So the digital thread really is around linking those disparate departments, roles and systems and processes so that all the people have access to the right information at the right time. The digital thread also facilitates things like digital twin once you've got that digital backbone. So one example of digital twin is BOM management, which we're going to talk about today. So how the BOM's created, shared and managed throughout the organization in a digital fashion. Okay. And I guess as we relate this to PTC have a whole platform or a suite of platforms that facilitate that digital thread. So if we look at the next slide, you'll see the 4 pillar technologies for PTC. We have computer-aided design, we have PLM, IoT, and augmented reality. And all of those play a part in providing that digital thread. Today, we're going to focus on PLM, and in particular, we're going to focus on this BOM management piece you see here. I guess for those of you interested in the digital thread more broadly, and maybe Windchill more broadly, we have over the last 6-12 months, conducted a whole range of webinars and events and captured those on the URL you see here, productdesignsoftware.com.au. And typically what we do, we turn those webinars into a blog where you can see some of the recording in bite-sized pieces. and also some text and description around those topics as well. So maybe if you haven't seen some of those, go to the URL and you'll see there's information there, both on Windchill, like you see here on screen, but also some of those other pillar technologies, including the CAD, the IoT, and the augmented reality.